over 40 players here in the beautiful Lisle, Illinois at the incredible Scrims Esports Center here in Lisle, Illinois. And we got two juggernauts, two Slice champions actually playing against each other in this matchup here. Seth, the winner of Stars Off last year, and we have SamN, the winner of the Stars On bracket last year. So this is, of course, our Stars Off Swiss qualifying round. This is round 2 after I believe there was a big upset. I can't remember. Am I correct? Did Grump beat Seth? Is that? No, it's okay. It was close. It was a close game. I thought that there was some stuff, but been a day already. The opening round has concluded, but we got plenty of baseball coming your way. Speedy's going to drive this one into the gap. Is it going to go? No. There it is going to be there. And actually, where's my other I did have another chair here. PK, you said you wanted to hop on here. You got the bye. Hop on in here. We'll chat it up here, PK Kirby. One of the most famous Slice clips of all time belonging to PK Kirby, actually. King Boo, 2 strikes now. Got the chem. Going to hit that off the inside part of the bat. It's going to curve towards the line. Mario's underneath it. PD is not going to advance. We got Seth rocking the flow. We got Sam, who looks like he's fresh off a food truck, ready to sell you some sort of Tex-Mex tacos, I feel like, or some sort of sandwich. PK, how we doing?
Doing fine. Testing, this works.
Yep, I hear you. You're sounding good. PK, you were one of our unfortunate folks that had a hell of a time getting out here, but it is great to have you here. It's great to have everybody here. And yeah, pretty insane that we have this matchup so early on in this event. What do you think about that?
Yeah, first time around we're doing the Swiss bracket style, so the players with 1 win move on, and then just the way that the algorithm worked, we get these 2 previous champions going off against each other.
Yep, and it's a doozy here. I'm just finishing up our promo. Bowser, of course, getting walked. No big surprise there. And now DK flipped as well. No chem for DK, but a big scoring situation. Big spot here for Seth, and that's going to land perfectly. That's probably, nope, going to be smart there. I thought maybe you might risk it with Birdo there, but not quite enough on that one. But you got Madge 3 stars, and you got Mario right up there. You're sitting pretty.
Yeah, bases loaded. This is looking like an amazing situation for Seth right at the bottom of this inning.
Absolutely. And hold on.
All right, we're 1-2, so we're holding off. Oh, great pitch on the 1 and 2.
That's a massive strikeout right there with and you know, holding off on the star usage. It is the bottom of the first, and again, I was kind of mentioning this when I was commentating in NP6 Superstars, as Mario's not going to get past Waluigi. A lot more discipline with stars.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays, you know, people there was a while where the train of thought was, it's the first inning, we got the whole game, I'm burning, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. But Luigi, not only would it be an RBI 2-out base hit here, but then you set up Noki with the star. I don't think it's going to happen. Fires the first huge situation.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, was that a Noble Tiger?
I believe that was a Noble Tiger right there.
It's a rough way to start off this game. But, you know, like you said, it's still really early, so we're just getting the jitters out, and we'll see how the second inning fares for both of these players.
Noki moving there, the fielder swap being used, the swap. And remember, those will be strategic throughout the event. You'll see some folks you know, making those swaps and using their 1 swap per inning, but now that prevents something else that might, you know, down the line that you won't have that tool in your toolbox right down the line there. Of course, when the pitcher gets tired, is this cracked? Are we going to see it? Yeah, we are. See ya, ball. A ding-dong doodaloo from Hammerbro, who gives that one a ride over the left field wall. No thwomps to worry about it, and we got a 1-0 victory. Wow, what a huge momentum swing for Sam in this game, getting out of that early jam. And then your first AB, that's a solo shot. You'll take that all day.
Absolutely. With the righty bro, which is something we're seeing a lot more on these smaller stadiums, we're seeing players that feel more comfortable with righty bro or righty power hitters going for it, because unlike in the past, it's not just Mario Stadium with that short right field wall.
Yeah, and again, we're getting to the point where all people are thinking about these, you know, the stadium choice matters, the handedness of the starting pitcher matters. I used to kind of scoff at those type of things, but that's really not the – I mean, it drastically changes how you prep and play and how you take really your drafting. Your whole philosophy is impacted by that. So it's interesting to see just like the meta, there hasn't been something I don't think like ground shaking, like, oh, this character's great that we didn't know. It's really starting to get to that small stuff and execution.
Of course, yeah. I mean, at this point, the execution barrier is so high, there can only be these little minuscule changes in the meta that do make a difference, but nothing as big as, say, like Shy Guy jumping your top 10 or anything like that.
Right, and that's going to be, nice little 2-out rally going on here for Sam, trying to add on to this lead. There's Big Nick in the background right there from Slice 2023, a legendary photo there.
Yeah, huge moment here. We can get the star hit with Bones, and there
the
we go.
rebates,
And
look
the
at
rebate.
that.
Wow. We do have star pads on for stars off, so that is an option for these players. And now bases loaded, PD.
And, man, talk about this. Sam was in the bases loaded, nobody out situation, and now a huge 2-out rally if we can get some solid leaf contact here for Sam. Ball on the outside, that's 2-1. And 2-2.
All right, huge pitch, striker ball throw here.
It's a no, going with the ball.
Make it with the full count.
And honestly, like, you make it difficult to hit because the 1 run versus the 4 is a whole different thing.
Yeah, the huge pop-off from Seth in the second inning, only giving up 1 run.
Seth knew the stakes there. couldn't allow that to happen. And here's Noki now. Nobody out, 3 stars to burn. We'll see if we see some. Maybe we'll see again that holding off on the stars. It's not a big star situation. That's what we just saw right there. Again, I don't know. I got 3 stars. I kind of want to set the tone for.
The issue is that the way that the lineup was set up, like you're setting yourself up for a Dixie hit. Like,
right.
Because that could be easy double play potential right off the bat. So
burning a star for a double play
yeah.
is not the most ideal. And again, only the second inning. We big ball and stars on will be 7 innings, but this is classic 9 innings worth of ball. As Dixie's going to watch that.
Yeah,
one
but now we
over.
can use the star that we saved possibly to get Toadsworth on, and then no, we don't even need it for Toadsworth. Now we have them saved for Birdo.
Yeah, 2 out. Some with Birdo, and you got 3 and your captain and Bowser up next. Like,
yeah.
You
can use this to set yourself up even with 2 outs.
Nice take right there. Good plate discipline. And there, it's gonna go right to Wario. Tough.
Yeah, unfortunate jam on the inside there, going right to Wario. So Sam holds Seth at bay for another inning, and we've seen games here at Slice where 1 run can be it. Like that was the famous Seth clutch game last year.
Right.
All it took was 1 run. So like it's hard to say that we can keep Seth at bay for that long, but the blueprint is there.
Yeah, and we've also seen games at Slice that are 15-14.
That is correct.
that go completely off the rails here.
They can absolutely explode at any point. Like we've seen 10-run innings before. Like it's not out of the realm of possibility. And yes, they're both offensive powerhouses on top of that. Yes. I love the color of this shell.
Yeah, the green para. Our texture pack team did a great job yet again, getting us all pretty for another LAN. And that's going to go right to DK there.
Yeah,
not a ton of offense. We've had some moments. We have seen stuff, but it's been a lot with like maybe no outs or 2 outs. There has kind of that middle game we haven't seen a ton of. As Waluigi's going to take a hack at that one. 0-2 in the top of the 3rd inning here of Slice 2025, round 2. Perfect from Walu, and that is going to land a beauty of a slap right there. Little 2-out pressure again from Sam.
And Boo can bring King Boo home right away. I was thinking possibly Tech, but with 2 outs, you don't really want to risk it.
2 stars.
You do have the King Boo Chem.
Right, and you had the 2 stars, so you have to burn a star. And now we got Wario with double Chem here. And it's not good. Trage. Ugh, that's tough. Ball's hit well, but it's hit right to DK. And a huge crisis avoided. Man, 8 hits and only 1 run. Big moments for Seth to get out of. Bowser getting plunked. And now into that righty DK here. Maybe let's see if we see a charge. We do. Trying to turn on that one and drive it over the left field wall.
I think that this is like the essence of that last game of Seth versus Grump, because we know that Grump loves this righty DK. They took that from the last game, like, you know what? I got to put some respect on the name. We're taking DK, making him righty. But didn't get a hit, but maybe later.
Who has been dealing so far here, and again, we're in another situation with do you or do you not star, and it doesn't work out there for the double play. But here's now Mario.
Yeah, just clean singles the rest of the way here. You're obviously not burning any stars with Mario or Luigi, so let's just see if Small Ball can bring match home.
Yeah, especially not. I mean, you might consider starring with these characters when you're not captain in certain situations.
Why
That's
would
a
you go with
dive
the
from
dive?
Bones, and I think that's going to send Madge. Absolutely, that is going to be not a triple, a double, and it's a tie ball game.
Yeah, that's rough to see because you know that Bones has that sliding catch, and there are a lot of people that are the early dive believers, but in this case, dove too early, and Bones just wasn't able to pick it up, and run scores as a result.
And then, Castle, Garden, and these things, when that ball is just going to roll on you, Luigi not going to be able to avoid his counterpart there at third base. I guess they're not technically both playing third base, so in the baseball counterparts it doesn't work, but in the Mushroom Kingdom world, it technically does. We got Captain Yoshi here. No stars. Again, not a situation I don't think you want to use the star. Good take right there, 1-1.
Yeah, Yoshi a good enough slap to get on without it.
Absolutely. 1 and 2, good take on the outside. Again, if you're a new player, if you're a player learning, that stuff matters. Notice how these players, they have the 2 strikes, but they're making sure they're looking at the pitches. They're taking the pitches. They're being confident in what they're swinging at.
Yeah, that's the big difference between a new player and an experienced player is when you're a new player, you want to swing at everything because you feel like you understand the bat length of the characters well enough to be able to reach out to everything. Not the case. A lot of characters, unless you're like a Waluigi or a Monty, are able to actually perform and reach out far across the base. So you got to hold back, and you're going to have a little bit of plate discipline, and then that'll take you far. Great smack from Petey, but Luigi will pick it up.
Yep, not enough. Didn't get enough of the leaf there, but now you got King Boo and you got Para up next. Certainly still a 2-out rally possibility here in this fourth for Sam. If it's fair, it's gone. Oh, it's not. It's fair and it's not gone. Shout out to my boy Toasty. A little Toasty call for you there. Runners on the corners here. Green Para with 2 stars. You got to be starring all day here.
You got to think.
I mean, the line drive star swing is so good. Bring Hammer Bro up in this situation. Keep this inning alive right up the middle. That's going to put Sam ahead by 1. That's going to bring Hammer Bro up for a big AB right here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, Hammer Bro has already shown us he can do it once. Can he do it twice and blow this game open?
Yeah, certainly you would love to jump out to a 5-1 lead here, especially with the amount of hits that Sam has in this game. He's been able to get the off, hasn't drove in the runs, but has gotten it, and that ball is gone. A 3-run ding-dong doodaloo for SamN, jumping out to a 5-1 lead here. And stars off Swiss round 1. Hammer Bro so good, doing it with his eyes closed. And now the pressure is on Seth. But again, we have plenty of baseball left in this one. Fielder swap here.
Yeah, we got to move Luigi over to the right field. That wall jump, a little deceptive. Well, the interesting thing there is that with Bro, the hammer goes much farther than you expect. And you always think that, oh, maybe I can just get him on the outside. He's got that reach to make it happen in that case. And now the game is blown open here. 4 runs in the 4th inning, and now it's up. Well, I mean, Seth has already done it today, make some big comebacks, but now he's going to have to do it again.
Yep, and you start chance with Noki right here. Maybe think about getting the offense going to get that rebate and get it going here. Let's see, goes for it. Yes, that's going to land. Wallow tried to jump up and get it. Noki takes a hard round at first. Shuts it down, though. Stays back at first base, and now this is a big moment, I think, in this inning. If Dixie, okay, not a double play, but if I was going to say if Dixie gets on, you start really rolling here, but you're still in a good spot here. If Toadsworth gets on, you're setting up a great egg, and you're getting to your heavies, and that is exactly what you're looking for. Now we need the Birdo egg to land instead of going right into Wario's gullet, and we'll see if that happens here, because Bowser with bases loaded up there, you either walk and you take the free run, or you're pitching to Bowser with bases loaded. That could tie this ball game up.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully you at least have a bit of a cushion. So if you walk the Bowser, it's only going to be 1 run, 5-2, not the end of the world, but then you still only have 1 out, and it's going to be really rough. But gets the strikeout there and wastes the star.
And that is going to leave a base open. I believe that Bowser probably is going to get walked, but righty DK can do the same thing.
Yeah, we can tie it up with 1 swing.
Absolutely. In the right spot here for Seth. Fielder swap, I believe, for Sam. No wall jumpers.
Wow, yeah, look at that. I mean,
you got the super jump. You have the Paris super jump, but there aren't actually wall jumps. Super jumps can rob home runs, but they are way less successful than their wall jump the wall jump there. Let's see if DK going for the slap, going maybe to bring up some Madge here. Honestly, I don't really hate this either.
Gets the hit.
Is that gonna
Bones.
land? Bones,
Yeah.
another one's going to drop right in front of Bones.
But you know what? Smart of Sam to hold back and not go for the dive again, because
Yes.
that would have definitely led more runs to home.
Okay, huge match star swing here. Got to imagine that's what's going to use. Even if you got no stars for Mario or Luigi, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, this is the best star hitter in the game, in my opinion. Like, it's just way too consistent. Because look at this. It's just so great. And that's going to be able to bring 2 runs home, and suddenly it is a 5-4 game. Sam barely holding on to this lead now.
Seth wasn't worried about it at all going into this one. Saw the score, wasn't worried, got right back into it and doing exactly what they need to do. And it's a bad swap there, and the bases are loaded for Luigi here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 outs. Got out of the Noble Tiger before, but not this time. Luigi, let's see what happens here. 1-1. Ball on the outside. One thing that was good, went maybe a little unnoticed in that last sequence there. DK holding at second to not get out at third. Luigi down on strikes, going to end the threat there. The 17-tool player, again, reminding us that we're human. That's part of what he does. But a huge comeback there. 1-run ball game in the top of the 5th here at Slice. But like I was saying, DK holding there because if DK gets out before Bowser scores, that run doesn't score. I mean, with the 2 outs there, that's that would have been the problem. So good discipline there. Quick out, 5-4 ball game.
That's one of the things that I've really been loving about Mario Baseball, is that the more that people play it, the more just baseball knowledge that they gain. So like those type of little things, they might not have thought about it in the past, but now if you play the game more, you're like, oh, this is actually something that's critical to winning these high pressure games. And another out there, it's going to be up to Yoshi to try and get this inning started.
1-0 here yet, and great point on that, PK. I think, again, if you're coming to Mario Baseball and you don't know a lot about baseball, it is a great way to learn. Real baseball doesn't have fireballs and such. Maybe a dive there. Mario gets that.
Mario gets that. Luigi, you can't risk it. Even with that little bit of extra speed that Luigi has, I'd miss dive there. Yoshi getting to third, honestly.
The 2-out single, too, you're kind of like,
and you can't dive that either.
And Yoshi's going to go all the way to third, and we got pressure from Sam here yet again.
The question is, who is up here? Yeah, so you can't really move the no real reason to move Mario over to right at this stage. Yeah. Hopefully you hope that PD doesn't smack it to right, and hopefully Luigi can catch it. This is a big moment.
Absolutely. And we've seen PD not be too successful so far, but this is like the prime time for PD to just awaken and shake up what this game is. Because we're going to be flirting with bullpens here, but no. Big strikeout there of PD Piranha. Massive, massive moment right there, because both of these teams now looking at who's going to pitch next if the offense continues at the rate that we've seen so far.
Yeah, with the way that players are playing nowadays, backup pitcher is not like
Yoshi.
Ooh, great catch.
Little manual fielder select right there. Perfect.
Only Yoshi, man. Only Yoshi. Backup pitchers are no longer a luxury. They are a necessity. You absolutely need a second pitcher because these players are so good. You're going to be seeing 7 runs in 2 innings at this rate.
I just noticed that Dixie also has her nails painted.
Oh, that's cute.
I didn't notice that before,
yes.
but Dixie does have the nails painted there as part of the texture pack. That's going to land. Toads were so good, man. He's been doing it forever. Founder of the game. He just knows how to hit the ball.
All right, now this is a big moment right here because we got no star for the Birdo, but if Birdo gets on, then suddenly you get Bowser into Donkey Kong. So this is a necessary out if we want to see this inning ended and Sam get back to bat.
Yeah, absolutely. And Birdo just kind of, for me, falls off a pretty big cliff when you don't have the egg, and but still has that slap ability. Full count. That's going to land. It's a beaut right on the line. And that's going to bring up the next, I believe, is it?
It's Bowser. So now Bowser's
yeah,
likely going to get walked. And then we're going to see once again righty DK with bases loaded.
Righty DK, bases loaded here. Would you charge?
I would.
At least once, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, you want the 1 run, but if you can take a 3-run lead, like, if you've got the potential, go for it.
But it's a beauty of a slap, and that does the job.
Yeah, you know, threaten the charge and then switch it up.
Yeah, I don't think you have to commit the whole, I'm charging every swing at this. No, take a hack at it. If you don't like it, do that slap, tie the ball game up. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, now, even still, no star for match, but the match slap also extremely good. So this inning is not over yet. We need to get a strikeout, get some ground out, fly out, or else things can start running away from Sam. It's
2 outs, so it's just 1 pitch away. High, floating up there, and that is going to be out number 3. Tie ball game here. Now, Seth scoring in the last 3 innings, at least 1 run, getting things going a little bit. Sam, you don't want to fall behind in this boat race. You got to get some runs, and ideally, if you can knock Dixie out of this ball game. But Birdo's going to jump the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't
Not
even know
able to make
if he
the
needed
play.
the jump there. I mean, it's so hard to tell. It's such a split-second decision that you feel like you instinctively need to jump, but in that case, I think if Birdo stays put, probably a catch. And will he plunk the para by accident?
Plunk the para. Look at that. I like that. That sound. And here's Hammer Bro. He's had a big day. Perfect low track.
That's the
and it's
farthest,
over him, though.
That was the farthest line drive that I've ever seen. that went right to the wall. I've never seen it go that far.
That
it usually
ball
gets caught by like
crushed.
the fielder. That's insane.
Bases loaded. Nobody out. Walu's going for the bunt. Huge spot here to get Dixie out of this ball game.
Oh, but don't get too antsy with these swings. I mean, now you can't use your bunts. Oh, but an amazing hit.
He's not going to get it, and it's another slap, and boom. Just like that, Sam back in the lead and doing exactly what we're saying. You got to keep adding on because Seth's been getting that offense going. You had a couple of scoreless innings during that time. Now you need innings like this. Huge, huge moment here. Nobody out with the carousel full.
And this is what you were talking about before. 1 run and Dixie's out of the game, and suddenly the comfort pitcher is gone and probably going to green Noki, or we'll have to see.
And that's going to land, and we are going to see where the bullpen call comes from here. Who is going to take over? Maybe Toadsworth? Toadsworth another option there.
Probably not Toadsworth. My guess is green Noki. Yeah, there it is.
Noki, yep. You know the classic, after you've pitched a bunch, just go play center field. That's exactly how that's how it works out.
Well, you know what? On Bowser Castle, not the worst thing because you got Clamber with Dixie.
Absolutely, that is true. Double chem up for Wario here. Sam, again, no stranger to moving and grooving while playing.
Double cam Wario.
Ooh, I think if you swing earlier, you might have a chance, but elite pitching there from Noki for out number 1. Ground ball gets you out of this madness, and the damage is only 2. Oops.
I mean, there's still a lot of work to do, though. Only 1 out. I mean, yes, you can get a double play here with Yoshi.
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
that's right. We still have the Yoshi started.
And honestly, at this stage, I might not be afraid to go for it again here.
Full count. Do we go for the 4th ball?
Goes for just a straight slap. That's going to land, but there was a hesitation on the bases. Doesn't matter. Everyone's safe.
Yeah, we're seeing Sam hesitate a little bit. He's not comfortable knowing for sure that those hits are happening. We're seeing that that's preventing extra bases, but thankfully it hasn't bitten him in the butt yet. Nobody's gotten out from these hesitations, but that's something to look out for
up
in
the
future.
middle.
And the hits keep coming. Are we going? No, we're not
exactly.
sending
You say it, the hits keep coming. I mean, it has just been execution, got the stars in the right situation, have the right people up. Now the heavies with 2 outs, so it's like you have a great chance to really do some damage.
Yeah.
Here
I mean, if we get a home run from Petey here, then we're talking mercy territory, honestly.
We are. It will start entering that. We got to get to 10 there, but this would be a huge grand slam. Great takes right there. Petey does not get the good leaf, but the home run threat is not away. We'll see if Boo's going to go.
No, the laser from DK, that's going to hold him up. Like
also,
that's the thing
you got
with
King Boo right here. This is another big moment. King Boo is not going to get the good contact. Damage done, but at least avoided that huge blow. 404. That's got to be an area code somewhere for sure.
No, it's an error code, which might have been what was affecting.
There we go.
That's what was affecting Rio earlier.
I still can't.
It was a
classic running a Mario baseball event. Something that's never happened before happens. 9-5 ball game here. Bottom of the 6th. Seth with work to do, but time still. I mean, I don't think you start getting feeling the pressure of the time. Being the home team as well, you have the 4. You have your 4 at bats.
Yeah, honestly,
again though, like we said with Seth, you don't want to fall too far behind in this one.
Yeah, but honestly, with players this good, like, not until the 9th inning do you really start feeling the pressure. Because obviously we think about Nude Cactus in the past. Get to the 8th inning, boom, like 7 runs right away. So it's not until that 9th inning.
You know from experience, unfortunately.
I do know that from experience, that from years ago.
So
I know better than anyone.
The first big tournament, just misses the star pad. Luigi in the concrete, the brick, the
cement,
whatever those are made out of. Not into the dirt there. I wonder, does Bowser just hate grass? Like,
oh, absolutely.
You know, like,
he is the
it's not on fire?
antithesis to the Mushroom Kingdom, with like beautiful grassy field, beautiful like plants, fungi everywhere. Bowser's the antithesis of that. It's all about the cement, it's all about the stone, it's all about the marble, the lava, which burns everything.
4-run lead here for Sam in the top of the 7th. I don't hate that burn there, but I think that's that classic one where you can get got on that first pitch, where it's like I feel so locked in, I'm so ready to go,
yeah,
and
you know, like you got that
throw you
soul
trash.
read,
They just throw you that trash pitch that you got no chance at hitting, and you just still swing it.
But now this is a huge, like, take a look at this. 1 star for both players. So if Seth wants to make this comeback, it's going to have to be either you need to get a lot of star chances, or you're just going to have to do it raw dog style.
Perfect Hammer Bro. See you later. My oh my, Hammer Bro can't be stopped. Holy smokes. Ball is crushing. It's a 5-run lead in the top of the 7th for Sam.
MVP of the game for sure if this lead holds up.
Without a doubt. And we got Waluigi here. No tech swing so far, but that is an option. I don't know how much Walu tech we'll see in the stars off portion of our day today. But if you're Seth, that's a good out right there. You want it, yeah, right. You got to just continue to play your game and hope you get it rolling and use your 9 outs to the best of your ability here. As we enter the bottom of the 7th, we're getting in the home. Look at this, 21 hits, 12 hits. We got 15 runs on the board. No surprise at all when it comes to players of these caliber here. And again, in the back of my head, it's like some of these times you can kind of start phoning it in, but with Seth,
this is the one thing that I know for a fact. SamN is not going to hold back until the game is over.
Until that.
The one thing that he wants more than anything is a Stars Off championship, whether it be NP6, whether it be at Slice, whether it be at any other LAN event. That is what SamN wants, and until that's the game shows up on the screen, he's not holding back.
I agree, and massive burn of that star there because we're seeing the pressure. That's going to be not a double play. How that worked, I don't know.
Gotta keep your feet on the bag.
It's phenomenal, and now our players are dealing with the little. We got crowd coming in here, keeping the doors open. We got some heckling going on here.
Unbelievable.
But I love it. No, that's what you got to do. You got to be able to perform when the lights are bright. DK trying to get in on the home run train with this chem. They can make this a 1-run ball game. Goes for the slap instead. It's a strikeout. 2 outs. 10-5 lead remains intact for Sam. And the power heavies are gone. It's all about we might be on Dinger City, but it's Slap City if you're Seth right now to get this back into a close ball game.
If we get this out here, and we do, that's a huge part of the lineup gone, and the 8th is not set up. Like, this is a huge moment for Sam.
We were talking about the clock. We were talking about the pressure of the clock. Now it's starting to be a little bit more of a factor here.
Yeah,
6 outs to score 5.
Usually in this case, you'd be like, yeah, well, at least my lineup is set up. No, those were the big hitters, and they didn't put up.
And the stars going to the opposition here if you're Seth. And again, like you said, Sam trying to keep the pressure alive, keep the focus on. And then is this going to be 2? I don't think so. Not with Yoshi's speed. Not with Yoshi's speed, but got the lead runner. Got a star for Green Bones.
I mean, do we use it? I mean, there's 1 star. Like, you might as well, but at the same time, like, who knows when the next one's coming?
To set up a PD 3-run shot, I mean, I like my chances.
Well, 3 balls already, so.
And no, going for it. Birdo goes for the cover instead. Doesn't need to burn the star. And here comes PD Piranha.
Into King Boo, so just a crazy part of the lineup. Once again, only 1 out, so, like, so much pressure on Seth right now.
What a hack there from Petey, but Noki has come in and do such a great job in foul. That was going to be
huge read.
Some classic commentators curse right there. Huge strikeout there. Petey's going to go down looking. King Boo now trying to make this a 2-run ball game. And that's going to go foul. Low trage there. Boo with the off-white crowns right now.
Looking good, but now this is a really tough situation. Like, when is that ball going to curve in? You're never too sure. It's usually this pitch. Maybe?
Goes for it, Lolo. Bobble! What a bobble to center field. Absolutely destroying Birdo at second base, but launching it right to Dixie in center field. Exactly what you needed. Huge star chance here. Every star is gold at this point. I mean, it is massive for what your options will be in a late stage of the ball game. If you're Seth, you want to get as many people through this lineup as possible, not only to score runs, but set yourself up for the best 9th inning possible. And if you're Sam, it's time to shut the door. If you want to win, if you want to secure this big early win in this Swiss and in this slice, got to get it done here. And great swap to Walu, who's not going to make the play. It's bobbled by Para.
You know, something that's actually going to come into play here a lot are going to be those star pads, because they still are a few of them out on the field. So if you can get one of those with a normal hit, start building back up your star capital, like that can really set you up well for later in the inning.
1-1 to Luigi. He has not had a good day at the dish. Going for that run. I don't think Luigi's gotten on base once here in this one. A disappointing start if you ask me. But here again, do you use your star or do you want to save it for that next thing?
I think that a star hit does bring Mario home.
But is it enough? Is it enough? Is it more worth it than Madge having it in the 9th, if you can get there?
Yeah, that's the tough thing. Like, there's not a lot of game
going
left.
For it. Walu jumps and robs it. Walu's played a great defensive third base. And here again, can Dixie...
Yeah, Seth's favorite pitcher,
Wow.
but still not the best hitter. And now, this is what I was talking about. Now is when the time when you're like, okay, you got to put up or shut up, because 9th inning, only five runs and 1 star.
Yeah, and with the star chance here, though, yes, I'm doing that all day right there. If I have the star rebate, happily taking that chance.
And taking the star away from Seth for the next inning.
And here's been the star of this game. Not going to get it done there. Great swing again, though. Hammer Bro has not hit one that hasn't gone to or over the wall in this ball game so far.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of talk. You know, a lot of players going with Boomerang Bro and Fire Bro in recent seasons, but the Hammer Bro showing out.
Absolutely. 1-2. 2-2. Full count now. Strikeout, big one. Man, Noki has done a phenomenal job at weak contact, missing the bats. Really good stuff there. And that's going to land, though. Not good enough against Boo.
All right, now let's see. Who do we got up to bat here?
Wow,
Wario with Cam. This is possibly Sam's last gasp. Like, if you can get this out, then that's going to be it. And now you have to start your charge. But if you let Wario smack one with a gapper or even a home run, then, I mean, the game's not over, but it's as close to as over as it can be.
And
just like this.
See you later. Just enough from Wario as he puts the peace signs in the sky. There he is. Little pop-off there for the cam. We had Big Nick celebrating behind there with the picture, the replaced Bowser image. Huge home run there.
Have we seen Seth make this comeback before? Yes.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. We can't call it out.
Has Seth been in this exact same position on this type of stage before? Yes. Have they been successful? Yes.
But have they done it with this many stars? That's the big question here. Only 1 star. You get this star chance, that would be huge, but there's not a lot to work with.
1-2 now here to Toadsworth. Down on strikes. 2 stars in the chamber now for Sam. That does give you the, you know, you throw a Wario garlic ball. You can just kind of open up your doors here for some stuff here in the 9th inning. Nice strike there. 2 strikes. Birdo trying to get Bowser up here.
Oh, I think
good
he wanted
take
that.
right there. I'm still using the egg. Burns the egg. It's 2 strikes now. Here's Bowser with the star chance. A lot of star chances in this last one.
I guess you just pitched to Bowser, yeah?
Yep,
yeah, go for it. Why
Bowser,
not?
And it's a liner, and that's going to do it. Sam takes down Seth here at Slice 2025.